Hello and welcome to the Ring It On podcast. I'm Jordan from Exo Sounds. Thanks so much for tuning in. And we are talking weddings. And today, for the first time, we're very excited to be talking flowers with the amazing Daneeka from Gyp Darling. Give it up for Daneeka, everybody.
Hello, how are you?
I'm so good. Thanks for coming along.
Thank you for having me.
To talk flowers.
Yes.
I know nothing about flowers, so this is a good episode because I feel like with some other aspects of a wedding. And I've been married. I am married.
Good. Good to hear it.
I know enough, but I don't remember anything from our wedding about the flower aspect because I think we DIY'd it with my mum or something like that.
Okay.
So I'm intrigued to know everything. So firstly, how does one become are you a florist? Are you a trained florist? Is there a thing?
There is definitely a thing.
Yes.
I'm not a trained florist.
Okay.
In saying that, I would like to think that I'm trained because I had on-the-job training, and I don't think there's anything better than on-the-job
100%.
training.
Is it a thing that you need like or you probably could get a qualification for?
I think it's a Cert 4 or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But again, on the job, like the best chef in the world, who cares how many qualifications they have if they can cook a great meal?
Exactly.
That's the gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, funny you say that because I am actually a trained chef.
Is that right?
As well, yeah.
Where were you a trained chef there?
I left school when I was in grade 10.
Yeah.
Jumped straight into cooking because it's all I ever thought of. Loved the thought of it. Got into it. Qualified when I was quite young, actually.
Yeah. Hobart, like Tassie?
No, not Tassie. I was on the mainland. So I started in Mackay, an Italian restaurant, and then moved to Brizzy. And I was basically French trained.
French trained?
Yeah.
French trained. Oui, oui.
Yes. So duck à l'orange and all of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's a very difficult cooking, very technical cooking.
It is, yes.
It's like not the most, but arguably they would say.
Yeah, very
it's
intricate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that lead you to flowers? How does that become the flower world?
Well, I do think I've always been artistic.
Yes.
And definitely from cooking. I've always just I love doing things with my hands. So it was just a natural progression for me.
Yep.
After I got married and met my florist, she was just the best thing ever and we're best friends now.
You met your florist?
Yes.
So there's the first question.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like, if you're not a florist, you had to meet a florist?
Yes.
That sounds very sexy.
Yeah.
I like all this stuff. But explain that to me. What does that mean?
So just trying to find my vendors for the wedding, you sort of go to people that, you're the same vibe. You know what you want.
So I guess what's the difference between what you do and a florist?
Nothing really, because I do call myself a florist.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because
sure.
I've now had 6 years training, on the job training, working for other people. And then I thought one day, wow, I could do this.
Yep.
I can see myself doing this for a long time. I love it.
Yeah.
I couldn't see myself doing anything else.
Yeah.
So the passion's there, and I think that's really all you need.
Yep. Pretty much every single person we've had on the show so far has just naturally fallen into, like, I liked it.
Yep.
Somebody asked, I did it again. Somebody asked, and then all of a sudden I was like, I'm just going to keep doing this. And then all of a sudden they're in this position where they're, like, working all the time. Because you're very busy.
Very busy.
Very busy.
Yes.
Working all the time.
Yeah.
On the weddings. Because often the musicians, we don't often see the florists, but we see you kind of scrambling around a ceremony setup going, oh, God, God.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't often get to engage with, the other vendors like that. So how does floristry for a wedding work? Obviously, so you've fallen into this kind of passion for it, and you start doing it how? Like, does somebody come along and ask you to do one? Were you working with other florists as their second in command kind of thing?
Yeah, so I was working with Lani from the Romantics.
Yay,
she had me
Lani.
on the job. Yeah, I was her florist hand essentially.
Yeah.
Worked for a lot of years, and she was pretty much my hype girl. She said, well, you've got a great eye, you know what you're doing,
Yeah.
why don't you do it? And I said, well, maybe I should.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah, because I eat and breathe flowers now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't eat them literally, but
You can sometimes.
I may as well.
You can sometimes eat and breathe flowers now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what does it look like? So somebody gets in touch with you. Obviously, everybody knows they need flowers at their wedding.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing there's a lot of elements to it, a lot of aspects to I mean, do you even sell as a package, or is it like, so beyond the bouquet, I guess there's room, and then there's pinhole, and then there's, so tell me all about it. Somebody gets in touch and they say what?
They want a florist. I think by the time they get to me, they like what I'm putting forward. They like the feel that I have. They love the flowers that I do. and we sort of vibe from there. It's really about the impact of floral installation that they want, really. So they want a minimalistic design with not many flower elements, which is fine. Love that. Or they want to go all in, flowers everywhere. You just have to figure it out. There's not one package for every person.
So does it work? Do you sell as a package, or is it literally like they come to you with the requirements, or you're coming back going? So because in my mind, I guess I imagine somebody gets in touch and goes, look, I'm guessing pinholes, thingos, and ceremony.
Yep.
And then you go, well, that's called this package, and it's the basic entrance package or whatever.
Well, I don't have packages as such,
sure.
but
That's
we
what I wanna
start
know.
with definitely bouquet, buttonhole, the main things that they want, and then we go from there. So,
Okay.
and it sucks because a lot of the time we do have to talk about budget straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Which I don't necessarily love talking to someone about in the first 2 emails, but it's realistic.
Yeah.
I can tell them what is realistic from the budget that they want to spend, and then we work it out from there.
Because I'm guessing like every piece has a price, or is it like, so where do you even source your flowers from? I guess you got to go and buy them all from a flower vendor, like a sale. Is that called a florist as well? I know
We
these are
have
really
a
dumb-ass
flower-
questions, but
No, it's not dumb
these
at
are really
all.
dumb-ass questions,
No.
but is that like Lisa is your flower farm lady or something like
She
that?
definitely is one of them.
Lisa
Yeah.
Kingston from Lisa
Yes.
Kingston Flowers?
Yeah. We've got many local farms, and I try to go at least 50% floral farms for sure. And then the rest is wholesale flowers, and they come from Australia. They are imported as well from all over the world.
So tell me about that. So you can import flowers because they're not available here at a farm, something like that.
Either the time of year or they're just not grown in Australia at all. It
Oh,
really
really?
depends, yeah.
International flowers.
Yeah, so
coming in
a
hot.
lot of orchids and things like that are from Thailand, all over.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess you want to, though, be able to source locally just so you can not only support the local industry, but you can also save on the price there and have more time with the flowers and kind of getting a design. Because I guess you have to, I don't know if practice is the right word, but you get to know how the things are going to work and things like that, right?
Yeah, the local farms are really good because they have all the beautiful, intricate things that we can't necessarily get from the wholesaler.
Okay.
You do want to walk around a farm and pick bits and pieces, and that's actually the really fun part about it.
Yeah.
So that gets all the whimsical little wispy bits that you see in a wedding. They really make a wedding a lot of the time.
Yeah.
The local farms. Lisa's phenomenal. Her flowers are next level.
Yep.
And there's so many others.
Are they
as
grown
well.
just straight outdoors or greenhouses most of the time?
Most of Lisa's are outside, but she does have a few greenhouses and stuff because she gets a lot of weather up there that's either cold, it's really hot, it's windy.
Which that's one of my questions for later. We'll get to how you deal with that on a day. So someone's getting in touch and going like, hey, this is what we need. And I guess it's kind of an interesting thing, I guess, because it's probably one bit where they really don't know what they need. I think there's some other parts of a wedding, it's like they know they need a celebrant. They know they need food.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously there's limits on that. I think music, sometimes they go like, oh, I don't know really what we want, but we kind of go, this is actually what you want.
Yes.
But I guess with you and floristry, it's kind of a little bit more dependent on the venue almost.
Yeah, it is.
Because you would have a venue that kind of naturally is beautiful and you don't have to do as much zhuzhing inside. And then you have a toilet marquee that you need to really work with.
Yes. Yeah, there's a really big, wide difference of venues. So we definitely need to figure out the venue
I fucking
first.
smash marquees on the show. I'm sorry, everybody that has marquees. I love them. But you want to get married somewhere else, they need to be zhuzhed. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Zhuzh the marquee.
Yeah.
Get G, get Lisa, get someone involved, get you involved, and zhuzh away.
And get a fan in there as well because, my God, they get hot.
They do.
They get so hot.
They cook up.
And that really messes with our work, essentially. I love a marquee because they're beautiful by the end of it.
Yes, exactly.
But it takes a lot to get there.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of work.
Immense amounts of zhuzhing.
Yeah.
Because it's a plastic sheet.
Yes,
It's a
it
plastic
is a big
sheet
plastically
on
sheet.
some metal
Yeah.
things. So someone gets in touch and off you go to, I guess so, right. It starts off with like, I'm going to need a bouquet and I've got, let's use a good example. I've done this with Jimmy last week. Like it's good to have a set number of, let's use everything you say from this point on is based on 2 bridesmaids
Yeah.
and 2 groomsmen and a venue that needs minimal zhuzhing.
Yeah.
Let's go with that as the core. Like, so they get in touch, they go, I need 2 bouquets. So what are you saying? Are they sending you Pinterest files? What's going on?
Yes, well, that's where I actually, as many photos as possible, send them to me. What you love, what you don't love, because from someone that's a professional and does it all the time, we can get a full feel of what you love from the photos that you send and the feel that you want on your wedding day. And sometimes that doesn't align with what I'm doing.
Sure.
And the style that I do, but we can meet in the middle somewhere.
Sure. So there's sometimes when you're like, this really isn't what I do, but do you ever go, someone else would be better, or you're going to try and make it work?
Well, I'm honest from the start.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely say that this is probably not my style necessarily, but I'm more than happy to meet in the middle because I think that's important. They want what they want, but I also have a style that I love to do, and I'm not really going to go too far off that.
Does that style have a name? Is there like a name for it?
Not really. I was actually thinking about that in the car, and not really. I just think modern. I'm definitely not an old school florist.
So does that mean roses? No roses?
Definitely roses.
Yeah. I don't know anything about plants at all. I just like shit. But I like plants. I'm really good with plants.
Yeah, you've got some beautiful plants.
The kitchen's full of them. I'm obsessed with plants.
Yeah.
Yes, but no roses, no.
No, some people say no roses, and that actually throws me right out because roses are a big, heavy part of actually what I do. So
why? Because they're kind of like a core piece that stands out.
They're a good filler flower. They fill out the colour really well. I would say my flowers are bountiful, full and lush.
Yep.
If I can say that's not the best description,
but
that's,
for sure.
I think when someone looks at my flowers, that's probably what they think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that means, when you say bountiful, full and lush, it means I think when I think of that in my head, it's like big, wide around an arbor or stuff like that, and with filler, with greenery and stuff like that. I mean, I've been noticing a lot more colour recently. It's coming a lot more purples and lilacs and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't pay that much attention because I'm a boy. I'm a dumb boy and I'm busy.
Noticed these things.
But I do notice because it's kind of the one thing that I always just before a ceremony have like 2 minutes to quickly film something and I'm always there and I'm like, oh shit, there's the flowers, go.
And you do always get the flowers.
I always do because it's that moment,
I
right?
noticed, don't worry.
I don't often get much room, like I don't get much table settings, but I'm always kind of standing there waiting for guests and everything else is set and I look at my phone and I'm like, oh shit, this is my moment. What can I get? What can I get? Oh, there's the arbor, great, you know? So does somebody come then and go, you're going to need the bouquets.
Yep.
And is there a main like bride bouquet with a difference for the... Tell us about the bride side.
Well, it's so hard because at the moment minimalistic bouquets are very in. So you could have 7 stems of one particular flower.
Wow. Beautifully
wrapped in silk ribbon, or you've got the other side where it's a fully mixed bouquet of... You can have 10 different varieties of flowers in it. That's why it's really hard to quote someone straight away.
For sure.
And I do understand that. People want to quote straight away. They want to know what's possible. But really from our end, you've got an ideal budget that you want to spend. And
that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's good. So you here's a figure.
Yeah.
And this is what okay, now I know that number.
Yes.
I know now what I can give you for that number. That's
okay.
So that's how that kind of goes.
I would go back and say, I can give you this for this amount. And if I know something about the venue, for example, and the ceremony size is not going to work, I say, let's make it bigger, let's make it less. We can use more greenery, we can use less flowers. There's so many variables with flowers. Yeah.
Of course
it is tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never even thought about that, but it would be that. That's such a good way of going about it. Like, here's how much we can do for this rate.
Yes.
And, we can cut this and add this and stuff like that, which is, that's one of the questions for later. But, there's so many variables.
Yeah.
And really it is like, well, we can do what we can for this much. And beyond that, we'll
and I essentially tell them if it's realistic or not.
Yeah.
You either want a bouquet and buttonholes and just the really minimal amount of flowers, and that's fine. I do that often. But I also tell you what is not possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, because I think that's a battle that I was talking to G about this from DeLeone on here, but like the Pinterest battle versus the actual financial situation.
Yeah.
It's like, I want this, like, okay.
Yeah.
And the logistics too.
Yes.
I want an Aperol tower and I want ice cream trucks after tea. You're like, okay, well, we can attempt to do that. But it always requires a lot of work to get it happening.
Yeah.
And so you've got obviously your bridal bouquet is the kind of, would you call that the core bit, or is the ceremony arbor and things a bit more of the core of it?
I would say for me, it's definitely the ceremony. That's the masterpiece. That's the installation, and we do repurpose it too. So it goes on for longer. We can make it something else. you're not just paying for the one thing.
Yes.
We can split it up and then put it into your reception.
Yes, throughout the day.
Yeah,
Yes, because it always gets carried up, doesn't it?
Yes.
Quite often. It gets moved from location A to location B and
Yeah.
then draped around.
Yes, I'm hiding in the bushes for an hour
Yes,
while
you
you're
are.
having your ceremony, ready to pounce and repurpose what you need.
That's pretty much every time, right?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because otherwise you've got this beautiful big setup and you may as well use it.
Yeah,
for the
it's
rest
a
of your
waste.
day.
Yeah, I'm all
Absolutely.
for repurposing. Some
Yep.
florists might not be the same, but some big installations you can't necessarily pull apart, but we can transport that big 3-metre stand that you see
Yep.
full of flowers to somewhere else.
And will you, on a situation like if they've said a bit of ceremony and a bit of reception as well, have you like doing table settings and things like that, like
Yeah.
draping things around? Is that all part of
Yeah.
kind of stylistically aligned with
Yeah.
whatever the ceremony was going to be?
Yes, definitely.
So you're in there early too doing all that?
Yeah, not too early because I think I've got it pretty down pat.
I bet you do.
Yeah, got a pretty good system.
Yeah.
Everything. It's just about the prep and planning.
Yes. Well, tell me about that. How long does it take? What do you got to do? So, so someone gets in touch and they go, this is what we got. We've got $5,000. We've got $2,000. Whatever.
Yep.
And you go, great, this is what you're going to get. Then you're going, all these photos, we can make this one work. Oh, hello, doggy.
Hello.
We can make this one work. We can't make this one work.
Yeah.
And then they have to sign off on something, like an agreed style or something?
Yes. So essentially, in a perfect world, they come to me.
I'm just going to hold you right there.
Okay.
I'm going to hold you for 1 second.
Okay.
Doggy! That's the first time that's happened. Yeah, locking in. So how do you kind of get onto your that you like? So you've got the budget, you got the mood board, and then you're like, so this is what we're going to do. And do they have to agree to like you're going with here's the core flowers, here's the greenery. That's kind of how it is. Yeah.
So essentially, they come to me. They ask me if I'm available first thing, and then we lock in that date, and we figure out the budget before we have signed the contract,
Yep.
and then we go from there.
Because you need to know what you're working with.
Yes, I need to know what we're working with. It's
Yeah.
either $3,000 essentially, or it's $6,000
Yep.
and up from there,
Yep.
and that's very different.
Yes, huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we
exactly.
figure out their rough budget. There might be $1,000 window there, below or less, and then we start talking all the good stuff.
all the good stuff,
Yeah.
all the requirements,
Yes,
all the stuff.
yeah.
Do you have to show them bits along the way, being like, this is what I'm thinking, this is what's going to happen?
Yeah, well, I do a floral proposal. So once I've got all their itemised bits that they want, so I get them to tell me every element that they want flower-wise.
Yep.
So bouquets, buttonholes, tables, ceremony, so many things.
Yep.
Could be an auntie's
Yep.
wrist corsage, all of those things. And they've got a base price. So they've got a rough draft of what their end invoice is going to cost.
Yep.
It's just about chatting. We do Zoom calls and we just talk about specific flowers because that's different too.
For sure.
If they want an anthurium, that's
An anthurium. An anthurium.
anthurium.
That sounds
yeah,
cool.
that's
What's
an
an anthurium?
expensive import flower. Well, we call them in industry dicks on a plate because it
There's
looks
the
like a
clip I
plate.
need.
Yeah.
There's the clip I need. Dicks on a plate. Going straight to Instagram. Dicks on a plate.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're the imported flowers that just cost a little bit more,
Okay.
a little bit more exotic.
Yeah.
That's for probably more of a modern design
Okay.
rather than a cottage design, for example.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's terms. There's like
Yeah.
overarching terms of
There
like
is.
like cottagey
I think
farmhousey
they vary
modern.
between
yeah, sure.
every florist, but yeah.
Yeah.
So we nut out whether it's the really expensive flowers, just the beautiful garden. We can go a lot of farms for most of that wedding.
Yep.
So that is better for cost.
Of course.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
cool because I think they would like that as well because it kind of get along the way they're kind of going like ooh getting excited about
Yes.
that element.
Yeah.
Because the flower, I mean they really can change a room completely.
Yeah.
Like you can have the deader space and just put in some great floral and
Yeah.
you're like wow absolutely
Yeah. So really we just need the colours that they love.
Yeah.
They know what they want always, the colours. And then they sort of just need to leave it up to the professionals.
yeah absolutely
Yeah.
And
So
you're
that's
doing
where
it.
and then I put my style into it
Yeah.
and we go backwards and forwards with floral proposals.
Yeah.
And then they can tell me what they don't like, and it's pretty much all the time they love what I'm putting forward,
Yeah,
which
for
is
sure. That's
really
great.
good.
Well, that's when
yeah.
they're trusting you as a vendor
Yes.
because you have a great Instagram showing them ideas,
Yeah.
and it's like, you don't want to argue with your vendor about every element.
No,
Again,
but as
like,
well-
back to the chef thing though. Like, imagine being like, "How's that chicken going to be cooked?" It's like, fuck off.
Yes,
I
I'm
got
a
you. You
professional.
booked me, I got you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So I think 6 weeks before the wedding,
Yep.
we've confirmed everything.
Great, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Cool. So you know what you're doing. And so okay, another question, just a really interesting, like about, is that even like talking heights and widths?
Yeah.
Like
If they want to go that detailed, some couples are really happy just to leave it to us. Mm-hmm. They give us the colour and they give us the rough sort of, they want modern, they want more classic. And then it's just up to us.
So what do you need to know about like an arbor? Like, do you need to know if it's like a big triangle or if it's a square or if it's a classic or if it's just two stands? Does all that change what you're going to do?
Yeah, well, a lot of the time they either do want that big arched arbor to be fully engulfing them in flowers, which is beautiful, or they just want something really minimal that's behind them on the plinths. They either have those or I provide those.
Do you have those too?
Yeah.
That's all part of it?
Yeah.
The stands? And
the stands and the plinths and all sorts,
Yeah, cool.
But they come to me a lot of the time and they're knowing what they want. They either want a plinth, they want a ground arrangement, and I'm inspired instantly from that. Their colours, what they want.
Yep. That's awesome. And what kind of tools? You're using that stuff. I'm always intrigued by this because, as I say, I like plants, but like that greeny, mossy, like how does it get up the freaking thing, you know? It seems like a really tricky thing to actually pull off on the day. Because the day sometimes is... No, before we get to the day, let's go with like the week of. When are you... Let's say the wedding's on Saturday.
Yep.
And you got 3 bouquets, 3 buttonholes, and a ceremony thing, right? That you're going to repurpose into the room. When are you starting?
Well, I've got a wedding on Saturday, actually.
There you go. And it's Tuesday today.
It's Tuesday.
Yes.
So by Wednesday, so tomorrow's my kickoff day.
Yep.
I've got the design. We know what we're doing. We're all over it.
You say we, could you have other people with you?
I do. I have some girls that work with me. Depending on the size of the wedding, this one I'm actually doing by myself.
Yep. Where are you at?
Coal River.
Coal River, the winery up the top?
Yes.
Well, see, that's a lovely venue, but it does need some...
It does. So that's a marquee.
Okay. I haven't seen a marquee there.
And I think this wedding is a cocktail style, so it won't be a sit-down dinner necessarily. They're going to have tables with flowers on it. So just everything's different. It's either sit-down, cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
really different.
So Wednesday, you're kicking off tomorrow?
Tomorrow. So I'll pick flowers up.
Where from?
Kingston, a wholesaler there, Just Flowers. Hi, Jacob.
Shout out.
Yeah,
more shout outs.
Yeah. I'd be lost without him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really does us a solid in Tassie.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's hard work
From
getting
Just
flowers.
Flowers. There was a couple... I remember them back in the day. No, maybe it's North. I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking of something else.
Right.
Because so he's a wholesaler. So he's going to the farms and getting them in?
He gets everything imported. He does get local stuff. And I think they bring it to him.
Yeah. So good.
Primarily,
so you're heading down there?
Yeah. I'll go get my flowers.
You got a van?
I do sometimes.
Yeah.
Not I've also got a mum car, so I drive my mum car.
Nice.
Usually have a child with me
I
as well.
have a mum car too.
Yes.
I have a new mum car right there.
I love that.
You got to do it. Everyone's sitting there with my music. I'm like, you surely need a van. I'm like, I do.
Yeah.
But then I would have to drive a van.
Yes,
and I don't want to do that.
that's where I'm at too. I need a van, and then I have to drive a van all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A 7-seater Kia Sorento is doing me great.
I don't really think it's that cute, but anyway, one day, maybe next year.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be very helpful.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, there's a lot of other hours to deal with that situation.
So tomorrow I get the flowers, recut the stem, so I condition everything. So every flower needs different things.
So a flower is cut.
Yeah.
And so it's got to survive until Saturday.
Yes.
And how are you doing that?
Keeping them water, keeping them the right temperature. They're definitely going to last. We actually get flowers that early so they can open properly.
There you go.
So we get
There's
roses, for example, and they're really tight. You can't reflex a rose that you've just bought.
Okay.
It needs to have at least 2 days to fully flourish. Yeah.
This is something I don't know.
Yeah.
There you go. See? This is great.
So I've cut them, I've put them into water, letting them just do their thing for a day. And then I go back to them, I cut them again, fresh water, and then start reflexing.
So why do you cut them again? What does that second cut do?
They just need water to their head. It's just taking care of them.
Yep. So it gives them another chance to drink
it's
again.
It's guaranteed that they don't die, because some do.
Yeah.
There might be 3 roses in a pack of 25 that are not going to last. So we just have to ensure that they're going to be...
How many spares do you have all the time?
definitely
few
have
of each?
spares, but we really try and keep it
course.
pretty low. We stem count for every design, so
Wow.
I know how many
Stem count.
Yeah,
We sound like we're scientists here. What's
yes,
going on?
I'm
What's
a
the stem?
science. I'm a mechanic. Yeah,
Stem count. So literally, you're
Yeah.
going. I need 20 stems because
Yeah.
I need 16 on Saturday, and
Yeah.
I'm going with 20.
yeah. So
And-
I break it down before I do the order, and what do I need in each bouquet? What am I going to put in the ceremony? Yeah.
So there's a lot of
It is.
extra admin
Yeah.
before that, even just working out each design. So, and how many a weekend will you do? Are you always like, are you on site for it, or do you have people that, obviously Lani and stuff like that, you
Yeah.
can trust to be like, you got this?
Yeah.
But I guess the effort's in the design and the setup as well,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. I definitely have girls that help me, but I have only had one double booked wedding, and that was last year when it was absolutely mental season. I wasn't on site for one of them, and it was fine because I did the design, I did the prep,
Yep.
and the girls were fine.
Have you got a room or something, or an
No,
office?
I just
or
do it
just
out
a
of
home?
my house.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So
same as this fucking
my
podcast.
my family, they freeze a lot of the time because I don't let them put the heater on because the flowers are on my dining table.
Wow.
Yeah. So
So what's the worst thing for a flower? What kills a flower quicker than anything? Heat.
heat for sure.
Heat?
Yeah.
And can that even kill a flower in like a day? Yeah, like starting outside on a Tassie summer, 28 degree.
100%.
Yeah?
January is probably our worst nightmare.
Yeah.
For weddings
What do you
because
do?
the temperature, we just have to have a squeegee bottle, spray bottle ready to go to keep them cool as
And
much
that can
as we
that can give them a bit more energy,
Yeah,
a
it
bit
can
more,
do.
an
Yeah.
hour or two or whatever.
And then we've got them at their prime spot. So
Yes.
Saturday, we've planned it out. Wednesday to Saturday, they're going to be at their pristine best, you know.
Yes,
They're putting their best
absolutely.
foot forward by Saturday.
Yeah, I tell you, on the weekend I was one in Sydney actually. I was at a wedding on Friday in Sydney, and the bouquets come 6 p.m.
Yeah.
where they were having a tough
Yeah,
time.
'cause-
It was a lot of moisture in the air though. It was kind of like dewy rain,
Yeah.
and does that mess it up too?
A lot of flowers can't have water on their petals, for
Right,
example.
well, that's probably what happened, hey?
so that is not going to end well
Yeah,
at
it
all.
was really sad looking.
Yeah.
I felt bad for them because they were heading out for like sunset shot,
Yeah.
and the photographer was like, "Ugh, let's just go without."
Yeah, no flowers,
You know,
definitely.
yeah.
I'd rather not see flowers than see a dishevelled
Dead
bouquet.
chaotic one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at an event actually on setting up at an event on Saturday, and they'd brought in the nursery down the road here, the tree nursery.
Oh, yeah.
They'd hired all the trees, and it looked brilliant. You know, Japanese maples everywhere. It was great, and except right near the DJ setup, they'd put like the shittest trees in them.
Why do they always
I was
do
just
that?
like, why'd this even come? Why'd this even come in the truck? This is a disaster right here. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It was
Oh,
like,
no.
but it's not their fault. I mean, I'm
No.
sure they just were like, well, they ordered 50 plants, so here's the
Well,
50th. But I was like,
Maybe you'll have to get your own plants in your mum car.
I could. Well, I say this all the time. This is a point of contention I have with my florists. No, I don't. We have no point of contention, but I always used to say when I had a way less customized setup, so now I have the custom built DJ table,
Yeah.
and I have a light in the middle, and it kind of looks clean, right? But at the end of the day, audio equipment looks like hell.
Yeah.
It's going to ruin any vibe.
Yeah.
And you can only do it as good as you can do it. Now, I obviously have, I'm very busy, so I put a lot of time into making sure that we look schmick.
Yes.
But back in the day, it was just a trestle table with a cloth and a poorly ironed cloth.
Oh, yes.
And I was always to the florists, if you have anything hanging around, like drape it upon, like because it fits in with the theme, right?
Yeah.
But the amount of times, and now I know why, but the amount of times it's just like, no, we don't have anything.
Yeah.
There's nothing lying around.
Yeah.
Lisa will always have stuff lying around because she owns a flower farm.
Yes.
Right? So she's probably not as hyper-focused on stem count. Because she's just driving down the drive, just grab it.
Yes. Yes. I would love to be that. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like a table in a room that's got a cloth on it, and if you like, let's say you've got baby's brush or something.
Yeah.
Just give us a bit.
Yeah. I'd be more than happy to do that.
I know.
I'm so happy on the day to help anyone,
Yes,
everyone.
of course you are. I'm
Yeah.
joking.
No,
honestly.
I know, but I
you know what I
you're
mean? Like,
saying.
it's one of those things. It was more in Sydney than here. I think
Yeah.
there was, in Sydney, it was like, have you got anything? And mostly it was when natives were really popular.
Mm-hmm.
10 to 5 years ago, really popular. Probably when you're starting out, like all
Yeah.
the bouquets were like. Not even well, yeah, they were wattles and
gum leaves
and gum
and,
leaves
yeah,
everywhere,
proteas
and the proteas, the big protea bits,
Yeah.
which I think we had at our wedding.
Yeah.
And you know, that when you've got gum everywhere, it's easier to grab a bit of gum and drape it
100%,
upon a table. But then at the same time, it's not going to look as good as it could.
I'll even go and chop some stems off a tree out the back
find
of
a
the
tree.
venue.
Yeah. Just anything to get the room in aligned. But it was funny how it was never quite as easy as you'd think. You'd be like, you got anything else? And they'd
Well,
be
now
like,
you sort of know why. We just really,
now I really know why.
by the time we get to the venue where
It's dialed in.
everything's allocated,
Yes, dialed in.
essentially. Yeah, I will probably have a bucket of spare stuff just in case.
Yeah.
Because we always need something spare. We need to fill a hole somewhere. But
But it's actually a better service for your clients in the
Yeah.
sense that you're like, why would you have heaps lying around?
Well, I don't want to go home with buckets of these people's flowers, essentially, that I haven't used.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
It is. Because, you got to, there's no point having all that excess. But the DJ table thing used to be so funny because it still looks like shit because it would just be like a one gum leaf.
But it's funny you say that because I don't notice that. I think that's just part of it. You just accept that part's maybe not that cute, but you make it cute. So.
Well, I make it cute because I put a lot of effort. That's why we're very popular.
Yes.
That's what down here, book XO sounds, Jordan. But like that's the reason. Like it's like you got to make it look as good as you can. But at the end of the day, it's big black stuff.
Yeah,
and it just sits there, and it's going to be.
Yeah,
it's either going to try and slot in or it's not.
Yeah.
But no, but that is the. I remember we tried to like get brides. It was a part where we had this the company was like part of our brief. This is probably 3 or 4 years ago. We were like, please tell your florist that blah, blah, blah. And I don't think one time we ever got a contact with a florist. It just never happened. It was like, it would happen down here.
Yeah.
Because people in Tassie are really nice.
Well, that's good.
You know.
Well, I'm not going to Sydney then.
Well, no, Sydney's really nice too. But like, it's just, you know, the brides down here would be like, oh, by the way, and you would know me.
Yes.
So you'd be like, sure, I'll send them an email and be like, what do you need? You know, and you also know what the setup looks like.
Yeah.
But I do think for brides, if you do want your room to be aligned and stuff like that, it is something to think about. There will be other stuff that is around the room.
Yeah.
So I guess you got to make bits for like gift tables and stuff too, or is that when you're repurposing most of the time?
A lot of that stuff can repurpose. We can pull something out of the ceremony because I'll have a stand, but there'll be 3 different vase arrangements in that stand that we can pull out and we can put on your gift table and things like that.
Yeah. And are you working with like when you're working with like a stylist, like a coordinator stylist, like Lisa or something? Do they ever do the flowers or are you aligned with them?
No, we get the brief from them,
right,
and they essentially tell us what to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they're giving you the colour board and the mood board and everything.
They've already
like that.
spoken to the bride multiple times and gotten exactly what they want. And then, we just listen to them.
So good. Do you do flowers for anything beyond weddings? Do you do funerals and stuff?
I don't do funerals. No, I do some corporate events.
Yeah.
So Frogmore, for example, have quite a lot of corporate events. So they might want flowers for the table or some sort of big bougie installation. More than happy to do that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the questions I had here on the thing. I was like, I guess the other part for florists is funerals, right?
Yes.
That's
I'm not quite there, but maybe one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flowers are flowers.
Yeah, flowers
they
are
need
flowers.
them, you know?
Yeah.
That's really interesting. It's all because there are just so many places you can use it. So I guess you've gone from the ceremony, you've done your beautiful art, which could be anything based upon their price. They've got their bouquets and stuff. You're repurposing that up into a room. You may be giving the DJ some dregs.
Yes, yeah.
If you see a death DJ table, just help him out. You know?
I'm definitely going to make a point of noticing
my
this
table
now.
looks real good now.
No, I know.
Some of my other guys.
I know, I feel like I only ever see you, so that's not ever going to be an
It's
issue,
true, because do you work everywhere? Do you travel?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I go all over Tassie.
Yeah.
Haven't quite got into the overseas market yet, but maybe one day.
Overseas?
Yeah.
Imagine.
Even the mainland, it would be fun to do a couple of those.
It's fun.
Yeah.
They all have their logistical challenges because
Yeah.
all of a sudden everything you know how to do in 2 seconds takes like a week.
Yes.
I have a full kit in Sydney, which is why I still work in Sydney.
Okay, amazing.
Because I land and it's the same. Not as good, but it works.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to. All the Byron, Bali, Melbourne stuff is just...
Yes.
hiring and dropping off and hire cars and thingos, and then you're like, oh God, I don't have a battery. I needed the battery. Where's the battery?
I've heard so many of these stories.
It's I'm fascinated by does flower pricing fluctuate?
Yes.
What do you do? Because I was talking about this with a caterer when you're like, this is what you're going to have. And then like a month out, they're like, oh, all the salmon are fucking dead.
Yeah.
So salmon's real pricey now.
Yeah, well, that definitely happens. I feel like we probably know a little bit more in advance.
All the salmon are dead.
Yeah.
All the salmon are dead or
all
arrested.
All the roses don't just die, but I mean, anything can happen. Might happen in the future.
It could do.
Yeah, but like seasonally, expensive. Winter, really hard to get all the flowers that you see in summer. So that's expensive because they're imported.
Yeah.
Or they're just not available.
Yeah.
So we have to go another route.
How does it come when it's imported? In like a box, like in a cool box, in an esky?
Oh,
like
they're
what?
perfectly packed. They really look after them.
It's a whole art form
yeah,
thing?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They're really well cared for.
Yeah.
So by the time we get them, they're in perfect condition. Yeah.
What percentage of your work is like imports?
I would say on one wedding, I would have, it depends on what season it is. For example, winter, not many fresh flowers around. I can't use many farms, so it would be 95% import.
Interesting.
But summer,
yeah.
use a lot of farm flowers. I would say 50-50.
Yeah.
There's other florists out there that try and probably use 90% of local flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's for their look and their style. Mm-hmm. So we're just all so different.
Yeah, because you're kind of like, you're quite broad, I would say, in the,
Yeah.
like, not in the sense you will work around the brief.
Yes.
You know, and you've obviously have your own style and stuff. I was saying this to John Gaz the other day. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like when somebody asks me to do country, it's like, I can, but it's
Yes.
going to be my
Exactly.
my version of it. But
Yes.
of course.
Exactly, my version of it.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I
but
say. Yeah.
It's the song. It's the country song.
Yes.
It's just, I don't, you know.
Maybe not so country.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same song, but
Yeah.
no, it's you're going to put your own spin on it.
Yes,
whereas other
definitely.
people have their
And
own
that's why I'm
kind of-
honest from the start, because I'm not going to do something I don't want to do.
Yep.
And that probably is a bit cutthroat, but
No.
I like what I like.
Yep.
And those people come to me because they like that.
Well, you're in a good position to be able to do it. How many a year are you doing?
It varies. Last year
Yeah.
was absolutely crazy. I think I did 21 weddings, and a lot of those were by myself.
Yeah.
But a lot of those as well was probably 50-50. I had girls helping me. I just can't do everything. If there's multiple venues, if they're getting married somewhere else and the reception's at a different space, then you need different vans to transport
do.
flowers. You need to be in two places at once, essentially. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any venues that are better than others? Like, do you do like churches are tough because you can't do this kind of thing? And
you're limited
know.
with churches, and I haven't actually done that many church weddings. I've done
Yeah.
a few, and they don't really have ceremony flowers, so that's good. And then you can go hard on the reception flowers.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so they're all really
Yeah.
different.
And barns and things. Besides the
Yes.
marquee barns and country stuff, you kind of have. They've kind of got their own style aligned
Yes.
to it, so
Yeah.
you probably don't have to go as
Yeah, I don't go to too many barns.
I don't go to too many barns.
I don't know
either.
that
No,
my...
I can't really think of a barn I've been to. There's one I think. No, I can't think of a barn.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
No barns.
No
It's
barns.
actually, no joking. I put some questions in because I was kind of like, what am I going to ask? And that's a chat GPT question. It's like, what do you prefer, a church, a winery, or a barn? Come on, chat GPT, you friggin' loser. What about on the day? Is there chaos on the day that you have to deal with? I guess wind.
Wind.
Worst thing in the world?
Absolute nightmare.
Yeah. For everybody in the world. It's,
Yes. Well, our Frogmore wedding that we did, do you remember we were 2 minutes before the ceremony was starting and the rain started and it was windy.
Yep.
I'm standing there having a minor heart attack
Yeah.
because you're either putting the flowers out or you're not.
I do remember this.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough that the flowers always go out, but sometimes if they're plinth flowers,
What's a plinth flower?
so the stand,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
usually
yeah,
two
yeah.
stands,
Yeah,
one on
yeah,
each
yeah.
side, but you're putting a vase arrangement on that, and the vases just topple over.
They do.
If there's a bit of wind,
Yeah.
a lick of wind, they're gone.
Have they got water? They've got water in
Yes.
the vase,
Yep.
and is the plinth like stuck down?
No.
No,
That's
but,
where we need to
yeah,
we need to advance these things a little bit into
some
the
little
future.
tags on the bottom.
Yes,
just drill it
we've
in.
got. I use tent pegs, zip
Yeah, yeah.
ties, all sorts of things. But I also put rocks in the bottom of my vases. So rocks, water also gives a little bit more weight. I feel like I've got it pretty down
Yeah.
pat. So my flowers don't topple too often.
But there's fundamentally like a wind.
Yeah.
A wind.
You
A wind
can't,
can
and
rip
you
a
can't
roof
stop
off
it.
a house.
And it's always at the worst time. It's always,
always the
10 minutes before the
Wind
ceremony.
is shit. I was talking to Ben O'Brien. He's like, "Oh, wind."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's true. It's true. It's
Yeah,
weird. He's
true.
like, I sit there all. What did he say? He's like, I sit there all night, just going, "Oh my god, how are they dealing with the wind? Oh, my hair in the wind." And I'm like, "It's not your hair.
Yeah.
It's the reputation of my hair."
Yes, and then he's got to look at those photos of the windswept hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
wind is probably the hardest thing on the day. Yeah. And
Yeah.
what else? Anything else on the day?
Oh, I
like
even
timing
think
wise?
rain's a bit lovely on the ceremony.
Yep.
If they can deal with it for 20 minutes, then do it.
Yep.
You're outside, you're where you want to be. who cares if everybody gets a little bit wet?
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that too, like, especially because it's just like, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not hard.
Have you seen a wedding where they're holding umbrellas? I think that's magical.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
It can be really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, tropical downpour is probably different, but
We're pretty lucky here that
yeah,
we
I think
don't
we
get
are.
those.
We don't get a lot of tropical bloody downfalls. It's been so bad. This weather. I keep saying we got this new person living with us for a little bit, and I'm just like, I promise it's not like this. I promise. It will change. I promise, because we're on the beach here,
Yes.
and she's like, can't wait to use the beach.
A couple of weeks and she won't know where she
No,
is.
it's true. It's true. And I guess then you're moving them. So on the day you are going from ceremony, you're hanging around, and you are moving the flowers from ceremony to the thing, and helping Juji if they've asked for that, obviously. Yeah. And then after that, you're kind of gone, and you're done. And then what happened? The flowers are theirs always.
Yeah, they own those flowers essentially.
Yeah. What about vases and stuff? How does all that work?
I hire vases out, so I've got multitude of collections of different vases.
Okay.
I hire those out and I come back the next day and break them down, put them into buckets so they can take them home and enjoy them for as long as possible.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah, and sometimes stands, for example, those flowers don't last too long. Sometimes they're not in water, which sounds absolutely crazy, but it's just not stylistic. It's not the look that you want in a stand. So,
no, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But table flowers, they can take those home. They can put a bouquet in water straight away and they'll have that for a week or two.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I let everybody know that when they book what the best thing is to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any questions a couple should always ask before booking in? I guess it's stylistically stuff because I guess it is a bit of an unknown. Everyone's bought flowers at the corner store or whatever, but no one's ever kind of hired a florist.
Yeah.
It's probably the first. I mean, weddings are a situation which is the first time for most people hiring most things.
Yeah.
But at the same time, people have been to events and have had birthdays and kind of get most of it. But floristry, perhaps, I think photography, celebrants, floristry, no one's dealing with this otherwise.
No.
It's the first time.
It's such a world that no one knows about. That's why I ask what people's budgets are and they're like, I don't know. But you don't want to spend, I think they know if they don't want to spend more than $10,000, for example.
Yeah.
There's a ballpark that I think they want to spend.
Yeah.
And They've
asked ChatGPT, what should I spend?
Yes.
What should I expect? And ChatGPT's gone, do you like barns?
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
There's definitely barns around people.
There is a barn. There's a barn near a lake on the way past Richmond. I promise you there's a barn.
Yeah.
There's a barn there.
Yeah.
Book them out. I'm surprised with the whole hidden garden thing they haven't gone that barn. But there's a barn there.
Yeah.
I've been in it once.
And there's one near home as well. I live at Lewisham.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There's one out there too.
Yeah, there's Rayburn.
Yes, Rayburn
Rayburn's
Farm.
on the
That's
way.
it. That's the
Rayburn's on
one.
the way, yes. One of my clients for Hidden moved there.
Oh, well, it's
Yes.
funny because my wedding this weekend were Hidden Garden couple.
Were they?
Yes.
Yeah, well, we're not going to get into that.
No, we're not
anyway.
going to
get into that. But, we had 10 and they've all been moved. They're slowly coming through.
That's so good to hear.
Yes, everyone's been cool about it and figured it out. But yeah, definitely the Rayburn one is. Some people put marquees there, I think.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah.
But depending on numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it's a stand-up or cocktail. Or,
Yeah, awesome.
Sit down.
Do you have venues that you love? What's your favourite venues? You don't have to say.
That's actually a really hard question as well because they're all so different.
Yeah.
They're either really blank, you've got to fill them out with everything that you need, or you go to somewhere like Villa Howden and they're pretty all over it. They have weddings all the time, so they've got everything that you need.
And I guess a bigger room's way harder than a smaller room in the sense that you kind of need to fill it out massively or...
Well, that's where a stylist is great.
Yes.
Because they do all that
and
they make it beautiful. You don't have to think about it. You tell them what you like and they're just all over it.
Yeah.
So they do make it beautiful and they plump it up.
Yep.
And then we come in and just put the final touches
those
on.
final touches
Yeah.
on. That's so good.
Yeah.
Well, you're very busy and that's where you want to be because is there a flower you absolutely hate? Is there like a demon flower? Is there one that's just like, they go, I want this, and they send you Pinterest and you just go...
No, because I think really I'm always evolving.
Yeah.
I don't like to say, no, I won't use it because I think every flower's got its place.
Yeah.
I don't use natives so much and haven't really in the past, but as time goes on in with this new season, I would like to put them into my flowers.
Yep.
I think there's a place for them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like we have the can't help falling in love of the flower industry. Mm-hmm. It's just done all the time. Is that how it goes with flowers? Is it always this? Is it always the same?
Yeah.
pretty much weekly,
Yeah.
doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I've been seeing heaps of single stems at the moment. It's probably one of the trends. Any other trends at the moment?
Oh, there's so many trends.
What are the trends?
Oh, draping tulle over flowers. There's
What's that mean?
2026 is so tulle's that really fine material that is in a wedding dress.
Oh,
So they're just draping material over flowers.
over?
Yes.
Over the top?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. And this is why trends are great, but they are trends for a reason. They come and go so quickly.
Yeah.
I'd like to maybe take little aspects of these trends, but I don't go hard on them. Mm-hmm. I'd like to think I'm a visionary myself and just make a trend, you know? I'm making the trend also. I don't need to follow what everybody else is doing.
Absolutely, yeah. I have the only trend I'd noticed, and again, I'm a silly boy, so I don't look at these things very much, but the only trend that I've noticed is the single stem.
Yeah, very popular.
Yeah, like the...
Because the minimalistic vibe is in.
I like minimal.
Yes.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You know, the other day I was going to change my whole kit for the next year to white. White table, white speakers. It's a big, expensive undertaking.
Yeah.
And then I realised how freaking dirty it's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
And that it'll be over in 6 months. I'll be like, why did I do this?
Yeah.
No one wants this anymore.
No, blacks, I think.
White's no better than black
No.
from our perspective.
No.
It's just
And
like
then you really stand out if you're white.
Yes, exactly. Well, lots
Yeah.
of people online, you'll see lots of American DJs and stuff have the white
right.
stuff. They have like a white table, white decks, white speakers. But it's a very big commitment, and I just don't think the cliche in Australia is the white wedding anymore. I don't think, you know what I mean? There's no need.
No.
But I've been seeing lots of girls and boys in black with white flowers. Nice single stem, rose, single stem, whatever the other one is, or
Yeah, orchid, anything, rose, calla lily. There's so many that you can single stem. Yeah. A lot you can't. Some people give us these crazy visions and like we just can't. They can't be out of water for that long. All these really fine, delicate flowers like a cosmos. You can't have those as a single stem, for example. Tiny little skinny stem's not going to do anything. You can't wrap ribbon around that one.
No, right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, right. That's part of it too.
Yeah.
The ribbon part. See, these are all the things nobody knows.
Yeah.
There's foam, there's wind, there's ribbons, there's thingos, there's all these things that cancels and causes chaos with everything. Well, that's excellent. I feel like I have learnt an enormous amount. Is there anything else you think people should want to know about floristry?
I don't think so. I don't think you need to know everything about floristry. You just need to find a florist that you love and put trust in them.
Absolutely. What's your Instagram?
Gyp Darling.
At Gyp Darling on Instagram. Yeah. Well, and your Instagram's popping, right? Like it's got all the stuff and all your weekends.
Yeah, I'd like to think someone could look at my Instagram and go like, okay, good.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
then forward on to my inquiry page on my website.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for coming in and telling us
Thank you.
about it, because I don't know anything about how that even works, and it's just getting that overview of like, well, first of all, give us this, and then we'll work within that parameter, and you can pretty much do a lot within that, you know, and pull things out and prioritize and go, well, it's better to put the money into these flowers for this bit because they'll be used over here, and
I'm going to be completely honest with you and tell you what's possible, what's not possible, because what's the point in dancing around all the info?
Yeah.
Just know that when you book me 18 months prior to your wedding, I've been thinking about it for 18 months.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I think we all kind of do a little bit, right? Like it's funny because you say you get to the Wednesday and you're like, here we go for the weekend, right? I'm the same. I get to, I've got a triple weekend and it's Tuesday and I'm like, I already know everything I need to know, but I'm not in it yet. I'm like, if someone would want to talk about Sundays.
Yes.
And I sent him an email yesterday. I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
Yes.
I'll be dealing with Sunday when I start on Wednesday. And I'll be making all my lists and getting on my guide and checking my songs and getting all my chord charts and learning things, and that starts on Wednesday. Do not before that.
Yes.
Because you're going to call me and I'm going to sound like an idiot that doesn't know anything about your day. But I've been knowing about it for ages.
Exactly.
I've been thinking about it. It's not like it's just that nitty-gritty difference of
Yeah.
going like, right, what are we actually doing? You know? How long does it all take? How long does it take to put it all together? So the night before it's all done in the car?
Night before, I would say by 11 o'clock at night, the night before, I've hopefully got the van packed, ready to go.
Nice.
But from Thursday, essentially all the flowers are conditioned, ready to go, and then I start making the designs.
Yeah.
So putting the bouquets together, putting the ceremony together. I do those 50% and then finish on site a lot of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it pre-done or is it mostly on site? Like is it half-half?
It's very much half-half.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it's not like you just pull it out of the car and plonk it?
No, I wouldn't say that's my style of floristry. It's a lot of on-site stuff because it's so lush, bountiful. You just can't get that design at home. You know, it needs to be in place. You need to see the background and all
Sure,
of that.
that makes sense. And, you know, are you up ladders, like dealing with... Like,
Definitely. I'm
all
hanging
the time?
things from
Yeah,
ceilings,
yeah,
up ladders. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because in my head I'm like, it must just always plonk in the car. Although that's probably not even the best place for it because the car gets hot.
Yes, car gets hot depending on the time of
So you're just sitting
year.
there watching Netflix, just messing around with flowers on a Friday night.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
I
is
like it.
me.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it. Everyone else is like, God. The craziest thing I've ever seen with flowers at a wedding was a ridiculously rich person, again in New South Wales, but obsessed with sunflowers, which are not rarely used.
No.
Are rarely used,
Yeah.
I would say. That's not a normal...
No, and they're very seasonal. They're only in for a short time.
So I reckon she had, and it was in what could be, it was like in a storage shed essentially. Her dad owned a winery, so it was in like a metal shed.
Right.
I reckon she had 5,000 sunflowers, right?
Goodness.
But half the room was just sneezing.
Oh, no. See, that's the
There's
other
yellow
thing.
shit everywhere and on the tables and stuff. And it's like, I get that you like sunflowers. You didn't think about this, did you?
No.
It was crazy. Because sunflowers,
Yeah.
I don't know the word, but like leak. They got
Yes.
shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Underneath at the
Yeah,
tables.
they're dropping all sorts
It
of
was
stuff.
because
Yeah.
they got the seeds in them and stuff like that. And it was funny. I was like, it was a bit much.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Well, that florist should have told that person.
I
that.
don't know if
That
it was a
should have
flower. I
happened.
think she might have just raided a sunflower farm. I don't know. Because I don't think any florist would recommend
No.
5,000 sunflowers.
No.
But you don't see sunflowers
No.
because it's seasonal.
They're actually coming back.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, you heard it
new
first.
season. Yeah.
I take it back. Get 5,000 sunflowers.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I might be doing that
Yeah.
soon. Yeah.
Why? Colours? Colour-wise?
They're just a really fun, interesting
Yeah, I love a
flower.
sunflower.
Yeah. I don't personally love them, but there's different colours. You get the browns and the dark tones rather than
know
the
this.
really bright
thought it
yellow
was just yellow.
sunflower that everyone thinks of.
Yeah.
Even if you pick the petals off, and that's what everybody's doing, picking the petals off because they've got a really interesting head. Yeah.
Like the round.
Yeah.
Right.
The kooky looking.
Oh, yeah. I guess it does kind of look like an alien little.
Yes,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
okay. That's what everyone's going for.
The weirder the better.
You heard it here first.
This trend.
This trend.
Season.
So
that
what
we're
does your
talking about.
season look like? It kind of goes from now until what, March, April? And
Yes.
Then,
Yeah.
It's just on, hey?
Yeah, I actually didn't have a break over summer this season.
Yeah.
Which was fun, tiring, amazing. I'm never going to say no to a job. No.
No.
Especially
Everyone that comes
over-
on here, everyone's like, no one's ever booked out.
No. No.
No one's ever booked out.
No.
I mean, unless you booked on the day, but
Yeah.
I'm just like, sure, of course, I'm
Yeah,
free. Book
exactly,
it in. You know?
yeah.
2028 came in the other day. I was like, let's calm down.
Yeah, I know. I heard what you said to Emma the other day. I was like, I don't pre-plan my life enough to think about a 2027 wedding, but
Yeah.
that's when I
My
start
next lock
pre-planning.
is end of 2027. October
Yeah.
2027 is locked for one Saturday. But when they're starting 2028, and it's not even 2026.
I know, it's crazy.
Like we're a bit keen there.
Yeah.
Again, I just make up a price at that point.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what I'll be doing.
And then revise that later. Yeah.
Let's touch base. Let's touch base. Let's assume it's good for now. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
This
you.
has been really interesting.
Thank
Have you had fun?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know more about flowers?
I know. Well, I just know
You're a
more
bit
about
more
the
in the loop.
logistics of doing it. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like there's so much you can learn about all the names and the intricacies of it.
Yeah.
But even just learning, like, you have to start on the Wednesday, you have to go, you have to cut, they have to open for days,
Yeah.
you have to use the stuff to go up. Sometimes you're going up and it's all in advance, and you're
Yeah.
doing. So you're doing maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 10 things plus every
Yeah.
single time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm also down in forestry, foraging foliage as well.
For like moss and stuff like
Yeah,
that. I like that.
There's a guy somewhere, I don't know where he is, but he drops off big bags of moss to
Does
the
he?
wholesaler. Yeah, it's
That's
amazing.
awesome.
He must have a big moss field.
Big
I don't
moss
know how
situation.
that happens, but yeah.
I've got a section in my garden that's
Do you?
it's in the grass.
Okay, love that. So
Yeah.
keep that and I might come back
Yeah,
another day.
there's heaps of it.
Yeah, okay,
it's really
good.
odd.
Yeah.
The dogs
Must
roll
be,
in it.
I think, low light areas.
Yes,
are
it's
good
the
for
one
moss.
area that doesn't
Always
get any
under
sun.
bridges. So if you see me under a bridge,
Okay.
you know what I'm doing.
There's another clip. I got another one there. You see me under a bridge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing.
Oh, I regret saying that now.
I don't have to use it. I'm joking. I do. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
This is Daneeka from Gyp Darling, and
Thank
you've been
you so
awesome
much.
at Gyp Darling on Instagram and all that stuff. As always, send anything you want to ring it on at exosounds.com.au, and we'll be back with more episodes. But thanks so much for coming around and talking all about it. Yay! Well done.